Sidebar Cantina, the podcast where we talk about Star Wars, pop culture, airline accidents, or whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. I'm Mr. Jason Rosca, and with me here each and every single week, the Malaysia Airlines to my Air France, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Jason.
How are you?
I'm okay.
I've been pulling back this whole time. No, don't climb. Sorry.
That's
Too soon?
too soon.
Yeah.
It's too soon.
All right. Well, anyway, how's it going?
I
Did I throw you off?
yeah, you did. Where did my soda go?
Did you ever have a soda?
I did. Well, I guess I'm opening another one.
Did Kristen take it?
No, I probably drank it.
Okay.
We were wondering where everybody was.
Yeah, yeah.
We were like, yeah, damn, it's Luna Girl in the chat, running things as per usual. But then nobody else. We're like, huh, that's weird.
Yeah, we
And all of a
normally
sudden,
get some sort
there's
of...
everybody.
Yes.
Like,
The second we go live, it's like... brrr.
Wow, it's kind of a, I guess YouTube is doing its job by notifying everybody like, hey, they're live.
Yeah.
Like,
Go figure.
people forgot. So
Yeah. Notifications.
yeah, hitting that subscribe button actually is effective. Is it in a little bell icon
See.
thing? 3PO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed it is.
We don't do that. A lot of YouTube people do that all the time. I mean, obviously we're a podcast, not necessarily a YouTube channel.
Yes, a podcast who's woefully behind on their audio.
I'm not going to bring that up.
Yeah.
But since you did,
Yeah.
honestly, you could probably edit that out when you post the audio, and nobody would have been the wiser.
But I won't.
Which is why it's so late.
Yeah.
When I'm just fucking.
Posting the audio has just become the bane of my existence. It's just like, ugh, I really don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to.
You're going to have
Because
to.
we're like over a month behind at this point.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think people need to start sending Jason some hate mail.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I need some outside motivation.
At Darth Roscom.
Yeah.
In all social media platforms.
Yeah.
Just start DMing at Darth Roscom
That might have to be it.
to get the podcast fucking posted.
Just the audio.
Yes.
We are here live on YouTube, though, every single week. And what are we talking about this week, Dave?
This week we are catching up on the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Little episode 69.
Ah,
See what I did? Hey! Babu watching us or not falling over, even though it looks like he is.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Little hint: if anybody buys the massive size Babu Frick Funko Pop, don't take him out of the package.
Yeah, the giant spring that is allegedly his neck bone, it's not strong enough to hold up his giant dome.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
So, like every week, if you notice, like his head's been slipping down and down and down, and now he's got like no neck muscles left.
Yeah, poor Babu.
Yeah, it's sad, really.
He's still happy.
All right. So, yeah, we're talking about Bad Batch, the most recent 4 episodes. We'll get there. I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna blow my wad ahead of time. So, should we talk about Patreon?
Blow your wad. Yeah, you should. You should talk about Patreon.
All right. Well, I should have had it queued up and ready to go.
That would have been that would have been a smart thing to do.
Like a good
it's like,
podcast host.
see how my notes are up right now? See? The notes that Luna Girl worked so hard on?
Yeah.
And the Patreon read that your wife worked so hard on?
Well, to be fair, the last time she did anything was January 9th, 2023. So I have to go back and read her January 9th notes. But I do have them up now,
Okay.
as evidenced by the date that I had
Sure.
when she sent them last.
She may have sent newer ones. You just don't have them.
If she sent them, then why wouldn't I have them?
Could have sent them somewhere else. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. Fucking do your read.
Stop defending her so much.
God damn.
Jeez.
My back's to the door. She could come through here and I'd end up being pelted with something.
That is true. But I'm sure it was aimed for me, but
Yeah, exactly.
collateral damage.
I'm not going to take one for you.
You're such a good friend. We'd like to give a huge shout out to all of our current patrons: Lord Helmetfire, my wonderful mother-in-law, Patricia Goodstein, Ivo G, Dragon Buddy, Wally Frogmore, Frank Kalevich, Kristen Roscom, Frederick Martin, Don Solsky, Catherine Rennick, David Schmuck, Scott and Kim from the Use and Abuse podcast, Nicholas Schaefer, Nick from Sweet Studios, and Shotgun Mark. If you'd like to consider becoming a Patreon supporter, you can find us at patreon.com/the Sidebar Cantina. Thank you again to all of our listeners and supporters. You are the reason why we do this. Back to you, Dave.
Excuse me. Ah, it was straight from the heart, Jason.
Lunar Girl wanted to make a point that don't DM the Sidebar Cantina social media, DM me directly with all of the hate for the audio episodes not being posted. So don't abuse poor Lunar Girl. She had nothing to do with it.
Sidebar headlines, which is what I got here. Star Wars Podcast Day 2023 is officially. Is this updated? Yeah, today's the 20th, right?
Yes.
It's today, February 20th.
Yes.
All right. Star Wars Podcast Day 2023 is officially in the books. Podcasters had the week to live stream or upload their pods to audio and YouTube. Now the final totals are in. Oh, okay. That's right. I should pre-read these, honestly, because I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
We joined 106 other podcasters celebrating around the world. Wow. Fuck, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Check out the complete lineup of participants at Star Wars Podcast Day on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Shout out and thank you to Daniel, who wholeheartedly organizes this event. He is already planning the big 25th anniversary of Jedi Talk for next February. February. You rock, Daniel. You do indeed. 106 podcasters. That's a lot of cats to herd.
It is.
For one fucking thing. So,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of podcasts. That's a lot of Star Wars. A lot of opinions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how many of them there are for these episodes of The Bad Batch.
Yeah, that would be interesting to know. I've already seen a couple people in the chat say that they love these episodes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yes, we will. So, is that it for the Red 5 news? Or headlines or...
That's it for the Sidebar headlines.
All right. So I was trying to find a day in Star Wars, and there was really nothing interesting that, we hadn't already seen or hadn't talked about before. Just nothing spectacular like within this week frame. So I found something a little bit different to talk about since we are having a Star Wars topic today.
Right.
And I'm sharing my screen, but I mostly want David to see this. Have you seen this guy?
Whoa.
Yeah, I was perusing Entertainment Earth's website today and noticed that they have an exclusive 40th anniversary Luke from Return of the Jedi glow in the dark Funko Pop. It's when he did the message to Jabba.
Fuck.
And it's a glow in the dark Luke, and I'm like, Dave should hopefully have
damn it.
But I mean, the good news is, look, it's only $15 and you can still pre-order it right now. It comes out in April. So I just figured I'd throw that up there because like, I'm not a big pop person myself. Like I appreciate your collection, but it's, nothing really like causes movement for me. But this one I saw, I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucking awesome. So, and I figured I had to bring it to your attention. It's a 40th anniversary. Cause again, we talked about this year as the 40th anniversary of Jedi.
Yes.
So, and it's an Entertainment Earth exclusive. So,
I appreciate the notification.
Yeah.
And
are you pre-ordering it as we speak?
I may or may not be doing that as we speak.
Yeah. So, and
never mind the clicking.
And I know that they've got some 40th anniversary Black Series stuff also for Jedi coming out in a few months. So I'll be keeping my eyes open for that.
Wow, they also have a Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi Mandalorian armor.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Yeah, so speaking of which, there is a fucking sweet Obi-Wan in the clone armor Black Series figure. There's two, but there's one where he's in like the full thing. He
Yeah.
damn near looks like a stormtrooper just without the helmet.
Right.
And it's fucking awesome, and it's also super fucking expensive.
Because you see him in a lot in the Clone Wars episodes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's one that more looks like his Clone Wars TV series gear. It's just like the chest piece and like some other stuff. But this other one is like full fucking body armor.
Man, do I? Oh, God damn it! God damn you, Jason.
Sorry, Dave. I just I'm doing a public service with this.
Are you?
I think so. Again, $15. $15. You can pre-order it right now. Sorry, Kathy. Kathy's the one I should apologize to.
Well, she's never going to see it. They're going to go here. It comes out of my money, but
that will be funny in here because like when I come in to like close up for the night, or if I come in the middle of the night and I haven't been in here, and I'll open it up and there'll be
whoa. It's just like
Luke illuminating the.
How awesome! Like we should get we should really work on the lighting in here. Like we should get like some lights that would, if there is glow in the dark stuff, like because I'm sure there's some stuff on the Black Series figures that would pop up with some like black lighting or something that would.
I've got some glow in the dark GI Joes too.
It could be interesting.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if I want to see black lights in here. God only knows what you do when I'm not here.
I'd rather not say,
No.
and you'd rather not know.
Facts. Facts.
So anyway, are we done talking about the Luke pop?
I still have to fucking.
Well, I mean, again, it doesn't come out until April. I'm sure you can do it later tonight or tomorrow.
Now
or
you've
something.
told everybody it's there. Now they're gonna go.
Oh,
fucking,
that is true. So maybe you should get on it before.
There's dozens of people that are gonna go fucking buy it.
Dragon Buddy, $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. That should be. Oh my God, we need to get who does the Funko Pops? Who makes those? Who's the company? Well, we should do that with like the company logo
Funko.
with this handout. $15, little man. Anyway, you're killing me with the silence here. And
it's your week, isn't it?
well, but yeah.
Oh no. Go ahead.
I want your full undivided attention for the next part.
You're gonna get what you get. Welcome, new shopper. I haven't bought anything from Entertainment Earth. I don't think.
No,
I must have.
I've got a few exclusive Black Series from that. Obviously, the one that we talked about like way early on, that Clone Trooper 4-pack that I bought for like $30. It was like on sale or on clearance or something for like $30.
It's worth like some insane amount now.
Yeah, now like the loose figures by themselves are like over $100. So
God, it's so fucking remarkable how those things have retained their value. I mean, even the pops. Like I was. It doesn't say that it's a duplicated email address, so.
Well, and I think a lot of that is really dependent on the rarity, right? Because there's some figures, even like popular characters like Mandalorian, you can still get his figures for under $20, loose, packaged, whatever, because they produced a shitload of them. Whereas there's some that they didn't produce a lot, like those Entertainment Earth exclusive Clone Troopers. They didn't make a lot of those, so they've got more value because of the rarity, and you see that with a lot of them. You see it with fucking Hunter from the Bad Batch, fucking him and Crosshair. They each were pretty rare, and I had to pay more for those than.
Did you pay far out the ass for it?
I did. But now I have the whole Bad Batch, which it's kind of hard to see on camera, but you can see starting with Omega and.
That's what I'm saying. We need to. Now that we have. That's pretty much the maximum shelving that we're going to have. Honestly, that's not the right. That's your card.
Oh my God.
Oh, we can't do that.
I still want to know how the fuck that happened.
What?
You said my card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like somehow one of my fucking cards ended up on your computer because we discovered this.
It's on because I'm
ago.
using the sidebar Cantina.
Oh,
I'm using the
Google. Yeah. Okay.
The Googles.
And because I pay for the Google Drive with my debit card, it shows up on your computer now, and Dave can just buy whatever he wants on my debit card.
Yes, as I am attempting to guess your fucking the back 3 numbers on your card right now.
It's really good. If you
Is it 94?
No, 94. No, I'm not going to say it on air, but if you ask me after the show, I'll tell you. It's actually you'll never forget it once I tell you.
Oh man.
6969. Oh yeah.
No, it's not. There's no way that is that.
Well, and it's 3 digits, not 4, but
Right.
Jesus Christ, Dave.
Just fucking
No,
talk about
no.
something else. You started this. you created this. So now you must suffer.
All right, well, let's bring this back up. This is what Dave is doing live here on the show for anybody who's just joining us. I wanted to show him this new Funko Pop that was announced, the 40th anniversary Luke from Return of the Jedi, hologram, glow in the dark. And I thought, okay, he'll see it. Maybe he'll go home and pre-order it later tonight. Maybe tomorrow when he's at work.
Nope.
You know, something like that. But no, he decides.
Dude, I don't have time at fucking work to do shit like that. Are you kidding me?
So he's just going to take up airtime. He's taking up your time, the viewer's time.
I could be doing this while you're doing stuff. I was a radio operator. You know damn well that I can fucking listen and participate at the same time to
All right.
multiple things.
All right. So as you're fucking finishing that up, I will start with a bit of a story. So first of all, last week I mentioned I had no new Black Series figures or no new additions to
The sacred Jedi Black Series!
Yeah,
and
that's right. For the first time in months.
yes, but that I would make up for it this week, and
Let's see it.
I'm about to make up for it. First, while you're finishing
My order has been placed.
Okay. All right. So I want to give a huge thanks to my good friends, Brad and Stephanie.
Okay.
Brad's the guy that I used to work with in the old squadron.
Yeah.
He's a lieutenant now. He's moving on up in the world. But yeah, they're both really good friends of mine, and they were at Disney World last week.
Ooh.
Or 2 weeks ago now, I guess. And they text me. They're like, "Hey, do you want anything from Disney World?" I'm like, "Hold on." Because I was pretty sure I had heard that they had exclusive Black Series figures at Galaxy's Edge. And
Of course.
And sure as shit they do. And I'm like, if you can get me any of this stuff, I would be very, very happy. So
Oh, man. Oh, shit.
first we're going to start off with the Droid Depot.
What the fuck?
And it's got inside... We've got an Imperial security droid. We've got a red BB droid. We've got one of the fucking pit droids. We've got Babu Frick.
Yeah!
He's so tiny. He's
so small.
and a battle droid. So let me just get this closer to the camera. If you can see everything.
That's awesome.
And that's the cover.
I will take that. Thank you.
But we're not done.
Babu looks high.
Does he?
He looks so high. He's all squinty. He's like, I have no idea what's going on.
He's been hitting some of that stuff that
Yeah,
Jabba
yeah.
was smoking in Return of the
Yeah, it
Jedi.
was.
All right, so I've also got one more. So there were actually 3 there. One of them was kind of shitty, and I didn't want to pay the money for it, and they couldn't find it anyway. So it was like a monsters one. There was like a Mynock in there, and a couple other just like weird creatures. I'm
How
like,
much would the Mynock? Oh, okay, Mynock. Oh, yeah.
yeah. So, but I didn't get that one, but I did get. What is this one called? Well, it's a first order. Yeah, the first order. And inside of it is a first order AT-AT driver, a black astromech, a mouse droid, and General Hux. None of which I had in any Black Series format. And that AT-AT driver is fucking sweet looking. That's like the best first order troop I think I've ever seen.
Well, because it's so close to the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legitimately this is so do you have a you do. I see him over there. Like
that?
if you compare this AT-AT driver to the original one, the only real difference is the faceplate.
Yep.
And it's not quite as bulky.
Yeah.
So they slimmed him down a little bit, some high-tech fibers, I guess, over a few years. The mouse droid.
Yeah. So,
And Hux is crazily detailed.
yep. So really, really cool stuff. Again, exclusive to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I'm sure you can get them on eBay. I'm sure people go in there and buy them and flip them on eBay all the time. But huge thanks to my good friends, Brad and Steph. You guys are the best. And yeah, so now I have to figure out where the fuck I'm going to put these.
Those are, and they're large.
Yes, they are. They are not.
So small.
Facts.
So, anywho, that's that. Oh, what else do I have to talk about? Oh, I saw the new Ant-Man movie
Yes.
this weekend. I liked it.
Did you?
I thought it was really good. I mean, I know you're not a Marvel guy, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But there was this big hoopla because the critics like really panned this movie. And it's like a lot of headlines. Oh, this is the worst reviewed Marvel movie since the Eternals and all that stuff. And I'm like, I already had my tickets at that point and the kids were really excited to go. So I'm like, well, we'll see what happens. And we went and it was really good. We were all very entertained. It looked fantastic. It was a good story. They really set the stage for what's coming in Marvel for the next several years. I don't see where the fucking issue is. I have a theory, but I'd rather not say it on the air
Fair enough.
for risk of getting canceled. But yeah, like the critics who are bashing this movie, they're fucking high. So what the fuck? Who's calling me a piece of shit? Ivo, what did I do? Ivo's sitting here cursing me out in the chat. Don't get the Thursday Stitcher shopping pod away from Eastern Europeans. I don't understand what that means.
I don't either.
Does that just mean that you can't get these? Is that what that is?
I don't know, but it's Ivo's well ahead of us time wise, so he's probably been drinking.
Ah, gotcha.
So
Makes sense. So, but yeah, no, I loved it. I thought Ant-Man was great. So anybody out there who was like not sure about seeing it because you'd heard like all these bad reviews, fuck that. It's good. So go see it if you're a Marvel person, or if you're like Dave, don't go see it.
Tuesday,
Right.
Jason.
What?
Like I'm trying to piece together Ivo's thing. Like what is happening right now?
I don't know.
Somebody go help Ivo out.
Yeah. I'm not giving spoilers. There's no spoiler. Oh, if anybody was worried about spoilers, I'm not going to spoil Ant-Man or anything, so don't worry about that. What else? Oh,
We that like to sleep at night listen to the pod on Tuesdays while we go shopping.
Gotcha.
Ah,
All right, that's cool.
it's not Tuesday yet. Well,
Could be over there.
not yet.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was.
Oh, the last pod on Stitcher was in mid-January. Well, we addressed this earlier, Ivo.
Oh, yeah.
And I would tell you that you should message at Darth Roscom on all of your social media platforms to basically browbeat him into fucking posting the shows.
that might have to be what it takes.
Yes. Everyone should do that. Tell your friends.
So there are a shitload of movies coming out this year. I don't know if you've noticed that.
I haven't
Based
really.
on the Super Bowl commercials we saw and everything else. And actually, there's a lot of movies that I think I'm going to see in theaters this year. I think I'm going to see more movies in theaters this year than I have in a long fucking time. So just some of the stuff that I'm interested in. The new Dungeons and Dragons movie looks fun.
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers, there's no fucking way I'm not going to see that in theaters. The Flash, we already talked about that.
Yeah.
I'll be there opening weekend for sure. The new Indiana Jones movie, I'm lukewarm on it, but Ben, as I've mentioned in the past, is a huge Harrison Ford Indiana Jones fan, and like there's no way I can get away with not taking him
Right.
to see that. And the Mission Impossible movies, they've got those new ones that are coming out. That the trailers, we've been seeing the trailers for those since last year.
Right.
And it actually looks really good. Problem is, I've never seen a Mission Impossible movie, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to kind of get caught up.
Yes, you are. Because you're honestly though, you should watch a couple of them just to get kind of the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can jump right into. It's not like it's kind of like a Bond movie. You don't necessarily need to have seen the previous ones to
okay.
really.
All isolated stories, nothing really
For the,
spilling over too
for the
much.
most part, I mean, sometimes like even in a Bond movies, like you'd have like okay, there's some things that happened before, but they can operate independently of pretty much anything else.
Okay.
So
Fair enough. And then the other one I had in here was the next Dune movie comes out this year, and I think you and I should go see that.
buy Grillo and a Speedo.
Okay.
It's just creepy.
But yeah, the new Dune movie.
We are absolutely
Like
going to go see that.
I'm pissed at myself for not seeing it, the first one in theaters.
Yeah.
After watching it, when we did it for the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, this would have been fucking incredible in theaters.
Yep.
So yeah, if they have it for like 4DX and not 3D, that's where we should see it.
Sure. No, because it's not even Dune 2. It's just part 2.
Yeah, part 2 of the first Dune
Right.
book.
Because you haven't. Did you ever read?
No, never read the Dune
You,
books.
you didn't, right? That was the thing. It was left up to the Patreon supporters or something. That, like, how are we going to intake Dune?
Yeah,
So
and they hopped right to the movie,
Yeah,
the new movie,
which
I never saw the old movie, never read the books.
the old movie was garbage.
No, we discussed that at length. But anyway, the new movie is coming out this summer, so we need to go see it.
Oh yeah, we will. That is happening.
Yeah. And the last thing for my week is more of a question for you. Did you watch the opening weekend of the XFL?
No.
Yeah, neither did I. No. But I've been seeing a ton of articles about it. So they're really hyping it up. But yeah, I didn't watch it.
So there was a thing that came across my social media, and it was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson giving like some fucking speech.
Yeah, well, because
on
he
the
owns
field,
it now.
right?
He bought the league.
Right. He's giving this speech on the fucking field, and it was like, "Oh, then you were told you were washed up and and I'm like, this is exactly why I don't give a fuck about the XFL. I don't care. Like, keep your WWE bullshit out of fucking football. Like, just play football. Like, there's a lot of athletes out there that deserve to be paid to play their sport. Like, and they're good enough to go out there and do it, and there's entertainment value in it without the extra fucking nonsense.
Right.
And if you want to market yourself as a proving ground for some rules changes and stuff like that, then yes, do it. But stop with the fucking grandstanding. Just stop.
Yeah.
Like, the closest thing the USFL does to that was having Michael Strahan in the middle, like saying a commercial, like, yeah, you should be watching it.
If Michael Strahan.
Yes. The dude's super popular. I mean, I can't stand the Giants, and I really can't stand him, but the fucking dude's everywhere.
Yeah.
But like, that's what you get. You get a clip of the fucking game, and you get maybe a 3-second spot of Michael Strahan like saying, like, yeah, this is football.
Yeah.
Right? That's because that's what it is. It's actual football. Go watch football, because that's what it's there for. This fucking entertainment extra bullshit, that's why it's going to fail.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know like how much of the rest of the game has all that pomp and circumstance, but
How can it not?
I don't know.
Honestly, like, this is how you're going to start it. Like, you have to do something. You have to do something to compete. Right now, you're competing with the NBA. Right, they're going to be competing with the NBA. They're going to be competing with college basketball. Like, because most of us like that follow sports, right? We have gone from the Super Bowl, right? Like, all football fans now have gone, okay, we've digested the Super Bowl. Now, those that follow the NBA tend to follow it a little bit more, or follow hockey more, or pick up towards. We get towards the tournament season for college basketball, right? And they're leaning towards other sports, right? And if the XFL is trying to pick up where football left off, I mean, there's some football diehards that are like, yeah, absolutely, I want more football, Yeah, they want more football. They want less. Like, the things that drive them crazy is watching the Super Bowl and having fucking 3 hours of fucking supposition about somebody's fucking childhood, right? And all these stories about people's lives. Nobody gives a fuck. We want to see them play football. Like, nobody gives a shit about that goddamn story. So go out there and fucking play football. Here's a ball. Go fucking do it, and do it well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't do it.
All right, fair enough. So you're saying you didn't watch it?
I did not watch it. I'm not going to watch it.
Right. Okay. Just figured I'd ask. And a lot of people were talking about movies. John Wick 4. I never saw John Wick 1, 2, or 3, so I'm not going to see John Wick 4 in theaters.
So I really enjoyed the first John Wick. Mm-hmm. Really enjoyed it. I own the second John Wick. I bought it with the intention of watching it, and I never watched it. and I just can't get myself to do it. It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to ruin the next one. And it's not like it's such a fucking, it's so ridiculous. It's so over the top.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nope. It can't be more than the Fast and Furious movies. Like those are fucking ridiculous.
No, those are ridiculous. No, what I'm saying is like, it's the, I think what they do it really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a level of kind of reality to how they have like the sequence, like fight sequences and stuff like that. And there's car chases and those types of things. Not like Fast and Furious shit where they're dumping cars out of C-17s and fucking bullshit like that.
What,
Although
you can't do that for real?
I mean, you could. I guess you could. You could CDS drop a fucking, a Challenger, a Dodge Challenger or something out of the fucking back of the C-17.
Yeah, and it'll land perfectly flat and just keep driving, right?
Sure, absolutely. Just get those tires spinning, and fucking it'll just go. Right? No problem at all.
Yeah.
I'm sure the chassis will handle that perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Built Ford strong.
People don't realize that like those things when they drop out of airplanes, they're on pallets.
Yeah, and have a parachute.
Yes, they're on pallets, so they're not when they hit the ground, they're on something. They're strapped to something.
Yeah.
Not like just hitting the wheels and Jesus fucking Christ.
All right.
Anyway,
that's the end of my week. So what about you?
Fucking Fast and the Furious movies. What have
Apparently they went to space in the 9th one.
oh my, the 9th one?
Yeah, well, it's the 10th one that's coming out this year.
That is a movie franchise that I will not participate in.
Yeah, I'm the same way. But
I can't. I fucking can't do it. Yeah, no more. I agree. No more.
Yeah.
And Ivo, we are not tired of celebrating. No, shut up. Raiders fan. No, is he a Raiders fan? No, he's a Steelers fan. Steelers fans, whatever. Anyway, so I've got Pops.
Oh, speaking of Pops, so
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
bullied you into ordering some, and you've got even more.
So I've been on a Pop drought.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hand you that box,
Okay. Well, fuck.
and I'll let you pull those out.
Oh well, we've got just recently revealed as a Black Series figure of mine. We've got Casca Reeves.
Yeah.
Played by the lovely Sasha Banks, who now goes by a different name, Mercedes Money. Don't ask.
Okay.
It's wrestling. So yeah, sweet looking fucking Mandalorian Pop.
You can't see it on the screen.
No, all right, move it over that
Move
way.
it over this way. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Sweet.
We'll skip Cad or that other one, and we'll do Luke and Grogu. This is during Grogu's temporary training
Right.
he had
It's
with Luke.
Grogu in a backpack.
Yep.
So that was a pre-order from fucking a while ago.
Yeah.
As was the next one.
Cad Bane.
Yes.
This is which version of Cad Bane is this?
This is
from
That's the Boba Fett version.
Book of
Cad.
Boba Fett. Gotcha.
So yeah, this is old, just before getting gunned down.
Yeah.
Cad Bane.
And so, like, is he dead for sure?
Who fucking knows?
All right.
Let's go with yes.
Okay.
I mean, he was already old,
Yeah.
right? I mean, he was.
Because by Book of Boba Fett, we're talking, 20 something years after.
Yeah, God
The
only
Clone
knows how
Wars.
long his species actually lives.
Yeah. So there's something else in the box,
There is, and
and I'm already loving this.
so as I was at my grandparents' house, and we talked about it during the summer. My grandmother's passing, and we're kind of we're getting things together like you do, and going through the house, and I came across this particular object that Jason's got in his hand, and me being a lover of all things Star Wars and also John Williams, I found an 8-track of the Star Wars fucking soundtrack.
To all you kids out there, 8 tracks were the predecessor to cassette tapes.
Yeah. And it's I mean, if I had an 8-track player right now, I guarantee you this thing would probably play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in pristine
Yeah,
condition.
it's very well documented that your grandparents kept things in pristine condition.
Yeah, that's. I just there was this a box of just random fucking 8 tracks, and I just like, what are the chances there'd be like Star Wars something there, and like
Yeah.
clankety clank, like, oh fuck, there's Star Wars. So
Yeah. And the tape looks in great condition. Like you can see the tape because that was the thing about 8 tracks and cassette tapes. The tape was just exposed right there.
yeah,
And
there it is,
it looks-
magnetic tape.
Yeah, it looks like it's in great condition.
Yeah, looks like it would play today.
Yeah.
Performed by the London Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, that's the original soundtrack.
Yep.
Fucking
And
sweet.
it's got it, like, what's really funny too is like, so you got this giant thing. It's got main title, Imperial Attack, Princess Leia. I mean, it's got basically the entire shit. It's got the entire album.
Yeah.
You know, basically the front, the LP. It's basically the side 1 and side 2 of the LP is on there. So just a cool little fucking nugget.
Yeah. Now we need to find a working 8-track player. That's the real challenge.
I actually know somebody that has one.
No shit.
Yeah, he has it in his shop.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, so one of the other things I found is this thing here, which is, I'm assuming, has been declassified now.
It's making an assumption there.
Right.
Jason Roscom had no involvement in this.
Right. This is a recovered item. As the U.S. naval vessels from the Division of Naval Intelligence, but this is, from World War II, and it had all of the naval vessels, described. It has their descriptions, has pictures of what they look like, so you can identify them, and it's again, it's an amazing condition.
Yeah, it's impressive.
And I had shown Jason that there was a magazine from that my grandmother had from it was from Lockheed, and it's just a magazine, like a company magazine,
Yeah.
from Lockheed.
Yeah.
Put that down. And it's tough, right? Because you're going through all this stuff, and it's there's so much fucking history, right? You're looking at these things from like the 40s,
Yeah.
and the stuff in World War II. Like, my grandmother had everything that she had during her military service. She had like I was telling you before, she had the train ticket that she took to go out to fucking Oklahoma for basic training, and things like a letter from
Letters from suitors.
Well, yeah, those two.
Did they have Polaroid dick pics in them?
There was nothing. So there were some shirtless fucking dudes that, but there was pictures. None of them were like this most scandalous ones were, there were other either Army guys or fucking Marines or whatever.
Yeah.
That, sent pictures of them. They're like playing football or something like that. It's like action shots of how athletic they are and shit like that. All competing for my grandmother's
Affection.
fancy and affection. Yeah. But one of the things that was really fucking cool was this letter that she had gotten. Crap. I know I took a picture of it. This is me being uber prepared as per usual.
Like me in the Patreon shout outs.
Yeah. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it on here, but or not at all.
Yeah, it got clear for a little bit, but it's tiny. It's so
smooth.
So smooth.
my penis so smooth.
So basically, it's a letter from the Department of the Navy that reads. Here, I'll actually read it because I think I'm going to read it because it's a piece of fucking history, and I think it's important.
Nothing.
The fuck. Anyway, I don't know what he's doing over there. He's just totally distracted me.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's dated from the Secretary of Navy, June 26, 1946. It says, "My dear Miss Hampton." That was her maiden name, was Hampton. I have addressed this letter to reach you after all the formalities of your separation from active service are completed. I've done so because, without formality, as clearly as I know how to say it, I want the Navy's pride in you, which it is my privilege to express, to reach into your civil life and to remain with you always. You have served in the greatest Navy in the world. It crushed 2 enemy fleets at once, receiving their surrenders only 4 months ago. It brought our land-based air power within bombing range of the enemy and set our ground armies on the beachheads of final victory. It performed the multitude of tasks necessary to support these military operations. No other Navy at any time has done so much. For your part in these achievements, you deserve to be proud as long as you live. The nation you served at a time of crisis will remember you with gratitude. The best wishes of the Navy go with you into civilian life. Good luck! ! Sincerely yours, James Forrestal. Otherwise known as Admiral Forrestal, the Secretary of the Navy.
That's great.
This was folded in an envelope. Like she got it, she opened it, read it, put it back in the envelope, and it went back in this box for forever.
60 years. 70 years, I guess.
So for sure, yeah. 46.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just bonkers the amount of history that's in a box like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna scan everything and do my best to preserve as much of that stuff as possible. Other gentlemen suitors, but
Yeah.
but stuff like that. She had we have my grandparents' uniforms that are in pristine condition.
I saw the pictures. They look great.
You can put them on today and go serve in them.
Might be a little out of date though.
Oh yeah,
might be out of ranks.
I mean, the Navy ones, like the Army one for sure would be too fucking heavy to wear. I mean, I don't know how they fucking did it. Honestly, I do not know how they did it. And we piss and moan about fucking how our uniforms were, like our winter weights. Remember the winter weight BDUs, and we fucking hated having to wear them, dude. These
I ended up just wearing the summer weights in the winter, and I just wore layers.
We weren't allowed to. They would fucking tell us you have to wear your fucking winter weights.
No, I was on actual active duty during that time too, and I never was told you have to wear it during this season.
Dude, fucking there was people that just they took themselves too seriously.
Oh, yeah, that I know.
So anyway, yeah, it's craziness to go through all that stuff, and I'll tell you, it's hard. It's really hard to kind of deal with that loss, because it makes me feel like it makes me feel younger than I am, I guess. Because I'm in that house and it's like, oh man, kind of going through this stuff, and I was by myself going through things. My wife and my aunt were upstairs going through other stuff, and I was just going through some document paperwork and some other boxes, and I was just down there by myself, and it was quiet, and it was just really surreal. And the chapters of your life that close at that point, and it's like, man, I gotta fucking all this shit's gotta get documented, all of it. All these stories have to get told, and I just wish I had the bandwidth to fucking tell all of it. Excuse me, but. Yeah, that's if you have a family member there are Korean War veterans right now what do you know about the Korean War?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Most people don't.
Yeah.
And those veterans are fucking aging out right now.
Yeah.
The World War II veterans are old right now.
Yeah. They're almost all gone.
The ones that are alive right now lied to get recruited, basically. I mean,
10 years from now they'll all be gone.
Oh yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
And the Korean War veterans are right behind them, and there's a lot of the Korean War. There's such horrific conditions that they had to deal with there. But yeah, it's these stories I read an article. Bless you.
I hit the mute just in time.
You did, and I'm sure it was still heard in the other microphone. But
of course.
here's another thing. I took a picture of this article, and it was something my grandfather was interviewed for a paper. It was a newspaper he was going to college up in New York.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Uppsala, which was a technical school, I think. Where the fuck is that picture, Dave? Oh, you took a lot of pictures. Imagine me taking pictures. Oh, that's the other thing too. You know how Dave takes a lot of pictures?
Uh-huh.
They took a lot of pictures.
Dave's grandparents also took a lot of pictures.
Yes, that tree didn't fall. That branch, the tree, the seed, none of it.
Apples,
all those things didn't fall very far from the tree. I know I took a fucking picture of that. Anyway, this article my grandfather was talking about, it was art. Specifically, it was talking about art.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandfather was an artist, a really good one. And he did a lot of paintings. Fact is, I have the painting that hangs on the wall with my golf balls and like where my putting green is and stuff.
Yeah.
That Irish countryside.
Mm-hmm.
He painted that.
Oh, no shit.
And it's the Irish countryside, but that mountain that's in the background is actually a representation of one of the hills in Corregidor, the Philippines. It's kind of like this overlay.
Yeah.
And he said, what he said in the article was that everyone that came back from the war has changed to the point where everything that they do is going to be different. People that how they draw, how they produce their art, music, like everything is different. Like nobody comes out of it the same.
Oh yeah.
And it's something that's really interesting because we think of that generation as people that didn't necessarily talk about their experience that much. We got a lot of they just weren't very vocal about how they felt after the war.
Yeah.
We're getting more of that stuff later on in their lives, but initially you didn't get a lot of that at all. So to get something that was so recent, it was just very, very interesting. So anyway, I tell all that stuff, deep thoughts with Dave. I say, treasure those moments, and somehow if you can document it or scan old pictures, and if you have an old picture, find out something about it.
Yeah.
I've gone to lengths to try and research like pictures of where they were and do some background information and dig a little bit more into the story, because there's parts of it that I haven't been told or we didn't know about, and there's a book out there somewhere that's been written about that it's gonna, and if it hasn't been written, then maybe you'll be writing it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff in the chat that's going around. So I had one grandfather that was in the 8th Air Force, and I had my other grandfather was a paratrooper in the Pacific. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we covered both continents, and apparently I had some. You know what? Anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that. But that was it. That's Deep Thoughts with Dave.
All right.
Let's get on to happier things.
Let's get on to the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
The Bad Batch.
Are we getting a little preview for how Dave felt about some of this stuff?
Well, listen. They can't all be winners.
Right. And we said this about Clone Wars too when we tried to get through Clone Wars. Even Rebels didn't have, didn't hit it out of the park every time.
Not every time.
There were some either some stinkers or just some throwaway episodes. And we've even talked about that with the Bad Batch. There are some throwaway episodes that have no relevance whatsoever to the overall storyline.
Right.
and we might have gotten a couple here, but do you need a break or anything, or should we just start rolling right into?
I'm
Okay,
good. Let's
so
go.
the first one that we need to catch up on is episode 6 called Tribe.
Yes.
I have a massive issue regarding this episode that I'm going to talk about at the end, but just remember, Jason has a massive issue with this episode.
Spoiler alerts.
Oh yeah, spoiler alerts.
Yeah, we're
yeah.
here. We're here to break down the episodes.
Yeah, if
We're
you haven't
we're
seen
not
these,
glossing it over.
yeah, if you haven't seen them, then go somewhere else. But this one came out a month ago, so whatever. So yeah, so it starts off with the batch. This is another one of the, at least it starts off as another adventure of the week, right? Sid sent him off to, now they're selling counterfeit chain codes to some like fucking droid
Right.
league. What are they called? Like the Axis or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Sentient droid.
Yeah, the
faction of whatever.
the Axis, and it's whatever. They're going through all the motions, and while the batch is making the deal, fucking Omega, of course, the one who always seems to get into trouble, overhears some commotion, goes around the corner, sees the couple more of the droids like fucking shock sticking a Wookiee, like a young Wookiee too,
Right.
which, as we already saw in the trailer, this is a Force-sensitive Wookiee.
Right.
So, and that's the big issue that I have with this fucking episode, is the fact that we already saw in the fucking trailer that Wookiee is either like a Padawan or, some type of Force user with a lightsaber. And why? Why did they do that? Because there was no mystery about this.
Yeah. Why
all.
spoil your own reveal?
Right.
Right. Why do that?
Right, because you changed this from an episode that could have been, oh fuck, they came across another Force user, that's awesome.
Right.
To just like, oh, okay, so that's the thing that I saw.
Right.
Right. And then the whole episode becomes, let's get him back to Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's got to celebrate Life Day. I promise you, I'll get you back to your family for Life Day.
Right. Right. So you can talk to the trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, aside from the reveal that he's a Force user, it really was kind of a throwaway episode. It was, they rescued him from the fucking droid station, got him down to the surface of Kashyyyk, integrated him into this, clan of Wookiees. Because again, he didn't know where the fuck he was from, because like every other Padawan, they just pluck him from their fucking families when they're a baby. So he doesn't remember where the fuck he's from. He doesn't know who his fucking family is.
Right.
Which, again, way to go, Jedi.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah. And, I mean, we get this. What I found interesting about this episode, let's look at some positive stuff. I found it very intriguing that the Empire used the Trandoshans to rally up to round up the fucking Wookiees.
Yeah.
And put them into slavery and all that. So like the Trandoshans, the lizard people, Bosk is one of them. Not in this episode, but Bosk is a Trandoshan for, people who need to be reminded.
They should know.
They should know.
If they've gotten this far, they should know.
Yeah, but they even mention, they're working for the fucking Empire. So it's interesting, because have we seen this yet in canon where the Empire just like straight up hires like, I don't know, mercenaries or like a whole fucking
I feel like
race
we have.
of people to
I feel like we have.
do this kind of shit?
I can't remember.
Yeah. And
me.
ultimately, they're working their way towards this village where they dropped off. The Wookiee's name is Gungi, by the way. Gungi.
Gungi.
Yeah. So, and they see his lightsaber marks on one of the fucking, like, where they had a battle. And they're like, lightsabers, we got to capture this Jedi Wookiee. And, the Empire will pay us lots of money.
Right.
Only money.
Right.
And,
So one of the things that bothers me about this is, okay, they saw lightsaber marks. Now, granted, lightsabers are used by the Jedi.
right. And
Right?
yeah, don't forget, like 3 months ago, we had this massive battle on this fucking planet. Battle droids versus clones and
I just
Jedi
have
and-
we've gotten to a point now where I would think that, like, okay, maybe there's a Jedi. Not like, haha, there's a Jedi, like
Yeah.
because there's some fucking saber mark. You know, and, like you could have Grievous type fucking, you know, some idiot just with a lightsaber. You know, there's no. I don't know. I just they jumped to that conclusion too fucking quickly for me.
Yeah.
And they make the Wookiees out to be fucking kind of pussies. Like why did you put them on these fucking giant I don't know what the fuck
They're
they
like
were.
big cats merged with like fucking.
They put them on fucking what's the cat and Battle Cat. They put him on Battle Cat and
Yeah, there you
from
go.
fucking He-Man.
Yeah.
So here's Battle Cat and here's Wookiees which we've never seen before. Like
Yeah.
I don't recall ever seeing this
No,
fucking animal before.
Never saw it in Revenge of the Sith.
Any of the movies, any of the video games, when we've been in Kashyyyk, they're a tree-based fucking species, and they're done pretty well at what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they need this now. It's just I don't like how they represented the Wookiees in this episode. I think they made the Wookiees appear to be a lot weaker than they were.
And that could just
and
be
why the fuck does Rambo know fucking Wookiee?
right.
Like, why would he fucking know that?
Yeah, of all the languages in the galaxy to know,
It's like, oh, my Wookiee's kind of rusty. Why? Why?
yeah,
Like you're say something really awful.
yeah, and we're being lectured in the chat that Gungi was actually in Clone Wars. Ahsoka took him to a cave to get his fucking kyber crystal.
I don't care.
yeah,
My issue isn't that there's a force sensitive Wookiee.
right. That's been
I
we
have
know
no
that.
problem at all with that.
Yeah, no,
my
that
problem
exists.
my problem is how they fucking decided they were going to use him in this episode.
Yeah,
And how they represented the fucking Wookiees that were left on Kashyyyk. That's how I just
Jesus Christ. Good one, Tina.
yes. All right, yeah.
So yeah, no, I agree that, and I don't think they were treated badly, but it's like the cat mounts were unnecessary. The prey into the fucking tree. Have we ever seen that before in any canon regarding Wookiees?
I don't think so, but that it didn't even fucking bother me that much, because if your species is being fucking, you know, basically driven to extinction, then you're gonna like start praying to whatever god that fucking is gonna work out. So it's like, oh fuck, we're praying to the trees now. Trees, that's all you got left. help us fucking get through this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what historically that's what religion's been used for, but
Yeah. So there was a couple of interesting things that I wanted to point out as the Trandoshans are trying to take this village and they're fighting them off. The batch has switched back to lethal shots on their blasters. No stuns here.
for this episode,
Yeah, and like
it's Trandoshans.
yeah, and they took like some body shots too. You'd see like boom, 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 like fucking like
Yeah.
they did a number on
Yeah,
these.
fuck
fuckers.
those lizard people.
Right? Yeah. So remember that when we go to future episodes.
And it's got to be easier, like if you're writing, it's like, all right, we're gonna write these fucking Trandoshans to be real dicks.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna like really treat people like crap. They're gonna like not have a problem enslaving people.
Yeah,
and
they're
things
basically
like that.
slavers at this
Right.
point.
Right. But we're gonna make them lizard people, so they're not like, you know, white people. We're not gonna do that.
So okay, well you're kind of jumping the gun on me, but you know I have a note in the next episode, or no, 2 episodes from now, where basically the Bad Batch is racist, right? Because when it's people that look and sound like them, they just stun them. Everybody else that doesn't look or sound like them, murder. Boom. Set blasters to murder. Doo, doo.
Just don't kill our clone brethren.
Yeah.
Everyone else dies.
Yeah, so anybody who looks and sounds like us is okay.
Lizard people are slavers in this universe too. I mean, that's all depends on who you ask. I guess.
Yeah, who the lizard people actually are. So I feel like throughout this, we did get a little bit of more hints, and I saw it in the chat earlier about is Omega Force sensitive or not? And I feel like they're slowly dropping little hints to kind of get us there. And I think it's going to be a slow burn, but I feel like they're still heading in that direction.
You think so? Do you think
Yeah.
that's why they introduced the tree bit? You
yeah,
know,
yeah, and then it leans into the next episode when she's meditating. Yeah, so
I thought that too. It's interesting.
yeah. And, she may not even know it yet. Like, it hasn't awakened in her. The Force hasn't awakened yet. But I feel like, and a lot of people agree, that there might be some Force sensitivity there. Or it could be nothing. It could just all be bullshit speculation. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's Star Wars. That's our thing. It's what we do.
Well, all right. When we get to there's an episode in a couple that I'm going to have serious questions about that particular thought, but okay.
So for me, overall, this episode, Tribe, I was disappointed by it. For an episode that has essentially a Jedi in it, it was boring. And it was, again, a throwaway episode because it's not like they tried to smuggle this fucking Jedi, using the underground railroad that we saw in Kenobi or something like that.
Right.
Try to get him to the rest of the escaped Jedi or the Jedi that survived. No, it's just like, we're going to take him to Kashyyyk. He's just going to blend in with the rest of his people and seen.
Right.
And that's it. Never to be seen or heard from again.
Yeah. That we know of right now. Right.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't progress the Bad Batch or the clone story at all.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm going to be heavily critical of any episode that does that. And I'm sure that's not what they intended. They didn't want to just push the main overarching story every episode. But when they don't, the episode's got to do something to
There's
impress
only
me.
but so many episodes, because we know the batch only has so much of a shelf life.
Yeah.
Right. So, come on.
Which, that's an interesting question. Did they mention if they have the same accelerated growth as the rest of the clones?
It hasn't been mentioned.
Yeah.
But if if we fast forward to the
Prepare to fast forward.
fast forwarding, sir. Which one is it? It is the what was the episode that I'm getting ready to refer to?
Are you talking the next episode, the Clone Conspiracy?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the next episode after this.
Yeah. So when we're looking in the Clone Conspiracy, about you have these clones that are like in the clone bar.
Yeah.
And
Which-
you could tell that these clones, well, to me, these clones look like they've been made to age.
Right.
Like
'Cause,
they
some
look,
of them have beards,
right.
They scruff.
They just look older.
Yeah.
I think what I picked up on is like, okay, these clones are aging.
Yeah.
Like they're starting to hit their service life.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying not to. They're trying like
Right. They
like
want to
the
keep
Dickens.
fighting because that's what they were bred to do. Was
Right.
Fight. So.
But they're getting on.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Bad Batch doesn't appear to be at that same marker, right?
Yeah.
The Bad Batch is probably older than most of those clones
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
and doesn't have the same age. So, but even Rex is aged significantly, comparatively.
Yeah.
So I would venture to guess to say that the clones are not aging. And honestly, I think like even
the Batch
Echo,
clones.
right? I would say the Echo is has even aged.
Oh yeah.
Like he just looks like, honestly, if this was a live action thing, I would have been like, well, I'm jumping ahead. And I'll save that. But in a couple episodes when Echo kind of like, takes off with Rex, I would be like, if this was live action, like, okay, he died in real life because he looks terrible.
Yeah.
Like he just looks like, it just looks, the paleness and everything else. He just looks like he's worse off than he's ever been.
Yeah, because he was already fucked up before, and now
Right.
you throw on some accelerated aging on top of that.
Right.
and it's
He
like,
just
ugh.
looks,
like he's half a corpse already.
you're looking a little like Palpatine here and fucking, it's fucking Rise of Skywalker. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're jumping the gun. We know.
Yeah. So Clone Conspiracy. This, for us veterans, this had a little bit of extra meaning, I think, and would assume you would agree.
Oh, yeah.
Because they touch on a lot of, or they make a lot of sort of allusions to modern day,
Sure.
life, where they make allusions to veterans and we need to take care of them after they retire, and talking about pensions and all of that stuff in these senatorial bills. So it's interesting, the whole dynamic there. And it's also a very unique episode because no Bad Batch in this, no Crosshair in this. So that's something that surprised me, because this is one that's, you got Rampart doing his thing. You got a lot of clones that are trying to get the fuck out, or question what's going on. Zero Crosshair, which I'm like, where is Crosshair in all of this? Especially,
well, I don't think Crosshair, we know that Crosshair is not. I don't think he's being let in on the secrets.
Yeah,
because Rampart doesn't trust him. So something like this, like attempted assassination of a senator, things like that, he doesn't want to trust Crosshair to suddenly have, catch feelings and be like, oh, I don't know if I should be doing this.
Yeah. So use that clone. We're jumping ahead, but so it starts off, like you said, in the bar, and most of this opening sequence is mirrors fucking Attack of the Clones. When Obi-Wan and Anakin are chasing fucking Zam through the bar and through the
just without all the sound effects.
Right. And because it starts in a bar that looks just like that bar, and it's a bunch of clones just fucking down in drinks trying to
drown their sorrows.
Yeah, and drown the horrors of what they've seen.
Right.
And one guy's and the guy that said it was Cade. He's like, fuck this. I know that they lied about, Kamino, because the narrative now is that Kamino was wiped out due to a big storm.
Right.
The weather. Climate change.
The weather took out the fucking...
Yeah, so the temperature was raised 2 degrees Celsius, and the whole world was destroyed.
Yeah, Jimmy Smits fucking nailed it in his little dialogue when he said, yeah, the weather took out this fucking... civilization that had been living on that planet for thousands of years and built that structure, but somehow the weather took them out.
Yeah.
And you're all buying it, right?
Yeah. So this guy Cade, one of the clones, he's starting to, like a lot of the other clones, question the orders and everything else. And he's like, and I send Admiral Rampart an email, and I say, I'm going to tell the Senate if you don't. And it's like, oh, what did you do?
Bro.
It's like, you fucked up.
Yeah, you done fucked up, Aaron. What do you mean you sent, it's one of those, in the legit, in the military, you're like, you don't send him an email. What the fuck?
Yeah, you don't send a message to the commander being like you fucked up.
Hey man, I don't agree with how we fucking dropped, 500 fucking tons of bombs on that fucking target. I think that target was civilians. So I'm going to send this to you in an email.
Yeah.
over the unsecured network. And I would like to talk to you about that situation. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to talk to you too. Meet me in this dark alley at 0500.
And next thing you know, murder.
Yes, right. What happened to Smith? Well, he was PTing, and I think he fell out.
Yeah,
he had a heart attack. It's a shame.
Yeah, no. So, but this other guy
shouldn't have ate that donut.
Right. Yeah. So Slip goes out with him because Slip's the guy he was talking to, another clone, and they go out, and as soon as they leave the fucking bar, pew!
Yeah.
Fucking Cade is done. And then Slip is trying to escape, and this is where he gets on a speeder and he's going through fucking Coruscant, and it's again very reminiscent of Attack of the Clones.
Right.
But he gets away, and of course the dipshit who just messaged Rampart directly is fucking dead.
Yeah.
He should have expected. How?
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Right. Or fuck around and find out.
Yeah, exactly. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, well, he found out.
Oh, the guy. Yeah, it's absolutely. The guy that fucking decided that he's gonna nuke basically this planet into extinction. I'm gonna call him out on it.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna be reasonable. have a reasonable conversation.
Hey, fucking Staff Sergeant Knucklenuts, you don't know. No. Go, contact your congressman. Go ahead. See what happens.
Yeah.
Try that. Call your senator.
Yeah. Speaking of senators,
Yeah.
they we go to the Senate chamber, and it's this Senator Chuchi. She's one of those blue.
God damn it. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Gungi, Chuchi.
Chuchi. I can't.
And-
Why Chuchi?
Yeah. And what's with the fucking guy who does the voice of Bail Organa? Like, did you notice that he's got like a thick accent? Like he's really trying to lay on like a thick Spanish accent when Jimmy Smits doesn't sound like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, the dude who did his voice in this, fucking horrible. Terrible. Why couldn't they just get Jimmy Smits? Like, was he busy?
Maybe he's busy.
Bullshit.
Maybe he. What is Jimmy Smits doing right now?
Pouring himself out to
Right-
Lucasfilm.
right-
That's all he's been doing for the last 10 years.
Let's see Jimmy Smits IMDb.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Tell me what he's doing right now.
Jimmy Smits
That's
with
more
1 T.
important than reprising this character. He's reprised many a times over.
He's an American actor, apparently.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Jimmy Smits. Oh my God. You don't believe I remember L.A. Law? Remember L.A. Law?
I do remember
Oh my
that.
God.
I never actually watched it, but I do remember it.
Why didn't I watch that?
Did your parents watch it and you really didn't have a choice?
I felt like I had a choice. I just watched it anyway.
All right. I mean, it was on for years, so it had to be good, right?
God, he's got a lot of shit.
Yeah.
He's known for Star Wars Episode 3, NYPD Blue, In the Heights, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Right now, he's doing East New York.
Because that's more important than Star Wars.
He's doing this. He's playing Assistant Chief John Suarez. Sidebar. How many of these fucking shows have to be out there? Like, there's so many of these cop, fire department, fucking like.
I mean, yeah, it's always been a popular genre.
Right.
But now with like all the streaming services,
there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like, my mother-in-law watches a couple of them. And the best is the military ones. Like, she'll watch one of the military ones, like the SEALs or whatever, and she'll come out and she'll like start talking about it. I'm like, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
That, like, NCIS. Like, no. That's not how any of this works. Like, it's just, like, the shit that people glean from those shows. Like, if they understood how it really worked, they would be so fucking disappointed,
Yeah.
because it doesn't work that way.
No.
And then the shit that really happens, you'd be mortified. Absolutely fucking mortified. Like, where's the adult supervision? Like, you're doing what?
Yeah.
Like, no, don't do that.
It's a fucked up world that we come from.
Yeah, I wish I could send an email to somebody and say, you're fucking it up.
Yeah.
No, you don't do that,
Yeah.
because then bad things happen.
As Cade found
As
out.
Cade did. He fucked around and found out.
Yeah. So anyway, getting back to it. Jimmy Smits, come on, reprise your fucking role as Bail Organa. It's your best thing going right now. Fuck New York. Fuck whatever the hell it is that he's doing.
East New York.
East New York.
Jeez.
Fuck East New York, West New York, North New York. Fuck them all.
Procedural following Deputy Inspector Regina Hayward and her diverse team in East New York's 74th precinct. Who the fuck cares?
Not I, said the goat. Anyway,
Ooh, the grass is soft.
so they're debating this Imperial Defense Recruitment Bill. So this is the bill that's going to create the Stormtrooper program, decommission the clones, and this is what Rampart is pushing, right? He's pushing this.
Now this is where I get excited.
Yeah.
Right. This is furthering the fucking story. Right. I want to. Yes. What happens to the fucking clones? Yes. Let's get to it.
And, Senator Chuchi, despite her ridiculous sounding name,
Right.
is like, okay, so you want to raise up these stormtroopers. What are you going to do to take care of the fucking clones who've been fighting for you for
Right.
all these years during this war? How are you going to take care of them as they retire and as they phase out.
Right.
And are you going to have a pension? Health care.
Right.
And as prior,
Yes.
military,
We are the government. Trust us.
yeah.
We have this whole thing. It's called we're going to call it the Veterans Administration.
Yeah.
And they're going to take care of it. They're going to get they're going to have all of the fucking healthcare.
Oh yeah.
They're going to
It's great because guess what? I was supposed to actually get a call from the VA last week because they've been trying to set me up with a psychiatrist, and they're like, "Yeah, we will call you on Friday. Be ready for that phone call at 1 p.m." Guess who didn't get a call at 1 p.m. on Friday or today?
Well, they don't work today. Today's a federal holiday.
Whatever, but you know what I mean.
I do.
Yeah.
I know exactly. You have to be on top of them. And look, I'm it's something. It's something, and it's better than nothing. But
Yes, I'd rather have it than not have it.
Right.
I'll just say that.
Right. But at the same time, this is not unfounded. This is
Yeah.
a concern because it could very easily be something that's as these wars go by, right? These wars that, we spend our lives fighting, and as they become history and these generations forget and they just deal with the problems that are right in front of their faces, and they forget how they got there.
Yeah.
It's so easy to forget, especially with the Greatest Generation going. And now they want to forget all these other wars.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yep.
So
So they're debating this bill, and there's enough opposition between Senator Chuchi, Bail Organa, and a couple others. The one chick from Rogue One made an appearance in here. The one senator who in Rogue One just wanted to surrender.
right.
What choice do we have?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
That chick from Rogue One. Anyway, so so the bill didn't get passed on this go around, essentially. But I do appreciate the fact that, you have at least a couple of senators that are like,
there's
hey, take care of your veterans.
Somebody's trying.
Yeah. Then Slip's trying to desert. He does talk to the Senator Chuchi when she shows up at the bar to tell all the clones, like, hey, I'm trying to make sure you have a voice in the
Right.
Senate. As they're, again, just trying to, drink their PTSD
Right.
away.
Again, that's not the right place.
Yeah, you just show up at the bar like I'm here for you.
Right. This is not. I'm sure the clones had a very clear here's the enlisted, here's the officers. You should be going and talking to the officers because the infantry guys are not the guys you want to talk to.
Right.
Because they're going to be like, what do you need? I need pussy, and I need a stiff drink. That's what I need. Okay. Can I?
Well, there's only one of me, so
Can I talk to somebody else? You gotta really know where you're going with this. Not every clone is. They may look the same,
Yeah.
but you want to be like, hey, look, that person doesn't look like a complete psychopath. Let's go talk to that guy.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. Mm-hmm. Which sidebar, another one, but I mentioned to my therapist the other day, this system is designed, the VA is designed for Army infantry, because that's what there's the most of. Right?
Yeah.
So when you're outside of that, they have extreme difficulty in hitting that mark.
Oh, okay.
And it's something that you have to keep in mind when you're dealing with them, because you have to understand that they're used to dealing with Army infantry.
Mm.
So your education level and your abilities, they're going to assume that this is your level of education and this is your level of intellect, and that's how they're going to deal with you. And it's going to be extremely frustrating because you're going to feel talked down to, and you're going to feel like you're being treated like a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. But it's because they have to work to the lowest common denominator,
Which is Army.
Yeah, which is the bullet catchers.
Yeah, no, and I feel for those guys. They had it pretty damn hard.
No, fucking yeah. We chose our path for a reason.
Yeah. So anyway, getting back to the story. So she shows up at the bar. I'm here for you, and that's when Slip talks to her like incognito. Is like, hey, you know, Rampart, bad guy, got evidence on his ship, blah blah blah. And she's like, oh, you have to come to the Senate to testify. And he's like, fuck that.
It's like, no.
Yeah. So he's like, hey Rex, I hear you can get people out of here.
Right.
Calls up.
Let me go to the fucking depths of Coruscant, right, and go find this little like this tiny spot, and then pick up this random fucking telephone. You're like, bring, bring, hey Rex, like what? Really, right there? Like,
Yeah.
how did?
Well, that was the rendezvous point, right? Where he like met him on like some weird corner.
Yeah, but
in
no,
a back
but that
alley.
initial contact, like he went down to that spot and he picked up
yeah.
like a comm, and he like
right.
made that initial contact. So I guess it's kind of like the smokestack in
Andor.
Andor.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe it was just like
It's
it's a secret mission in uncharted space. Let's go.
Yep. So, and he's on his way out. He's in the process of deserting at this point. He's supposed to rendezvous with Rex, and that's when Chuchi like and Organa fucking like stop him, and they're like, "No, you have to come to the Senate," and all this other stuff. And he's still like, "Nah, fuck that." And then Organa just fucking disappears. At some point, he just vanishes for the rest of the episode, while this assassin is now shooting at fucking Slip and the senator, and Slip eventually gets killed. Again, you know,
Right.
look around and find out.
Exactly.
Right? Chuchi gets cornered, and then boom, Rex shows up to save the day, fucking stuns the dude, stuns the assassin.
Right.
Pulls the helmet off, and it's just a standard clone. It's not no crosshair, which, you know, you kind of, at least at one point early in the episode,
Yeah,
I think
you-
we're led to believe it was crosshair.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, but then later on we realize it wasn't him, and and it's just like another clone, but it's like a specially modified clone who's like just hard following orders.
Right.
No fucking
He's off the net. Like he's
Yeah.
completely off the network, and he's just programmed differently
Yeah.
than the rest. Which is, you know, for them, it's like how many of these fucking clones exist?
Probably
Right.
a lot. And, you know, I saw some theories online about maybe these are the beginnings of the Dark Trooper program. Because if you remember, that scientist in Mandalorian said that they started, you know, first by programming people, and then they realized that they just needed to take the people out of the equation and just go full
Right.
robotics. So, you know, this could be the beginning of that attempt to get the just like the
Maybe.
diehard, always follows orders soldier, super soldier.
These are the Marines.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like just go kill.
Mm-hmm.
Kill.
Yeah, even when Rex tries to question him, he's like, "Go fuck yourself," and then he
Right.
bites the suicide pill, which we also saw, I think, in Mandalorian, right? When they captured one of the officers, and he
Yep.
bites the thing, and then I think Moff Gideon also tried to do that, and they stopped him. I can't remember. It's been a while.
It wasn't Gideon, I don't
Okay,
think.
then it was just one of the other officers that we saw in Mandalorian. Dude, just suicide pill.
Yeah, it was the guy in the ship.
Yeah, when he met up with Bo-Katan,
Right.
and helped them get that ship.
Right.
They stole that Imperial ship. That's what it was. So, anywho, and yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode. So, let me just look at my notes, make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah, and the place where he took the fucking assassin to interrogate him, I recognized it as soon as they fucking showed it, the big fucking gaping hole in Coruscant, then flying down in the fucking lesbian sisters hideout from the last season of Clone Wars. And
Oh.
yeah, that was their garage, because Rex said, yeah, it belongs to a couple of friends of mine. They're not here right now though. So the stupid annoying ass lesbian sisters from Ahsoka's butt buddies.
I did not pick up on that.
Yeah. But thankfully they weren't there. Thankfully they were away on horseman business.
Yeah.
So, but that's the episode.
I'm glad for that episode. Not that I'm glad that the batch wasn't in there, but it was like, here's an obvious like clone advancement storyline.
Yeah.
Right. This is how we're using the Senate. We're using like, this is how we're getting to these next parts. Like, here's how we're eliminating Rampart basically. And you know, this is how we, well, wait, no, this is a two-parter, right? Because then we have
because then the next episode, Truth and Consequences, picks up.
is where we get to
Yeah.
eliminating Rampart. But I like this idea of just let's further this action.
Yes.
Let's get to this point.
That's what we've been wanting to see this whole season, and
Yeah.
we just get little bits of it here and there, and this was another bit. I don't know if I liked this episode more than the what is it, the Solitary Clone, the one about Crosshair. I feel like those were better episodes, but I did like this one. So anyway, moving right into Truth and Consequences, the 8th episode. This is the one that starts off with, now we're back to the batch. Right. And Omega is sitting there meditating. And this was another one of those potential hints or just a red herring to throw us off. But this is, again, where I'm looking at it, I'm like, maybe they are trying to make her force sensitive. But she even admitted as soon as I think it was Tech woke her up, or Echo, and she's like, I'm trying to do what Gungi showed me, but
Yeah, she's not good at it.
Yeah. So, oh, and I know you guys were trying to correct how I was pronouncing Gungi in the chat, but his name is Gungi, and that's how I'm pronouncing it. Gungi. Gungi.
We are notorious for mispronouncing names.
Yes,
so
and then when somebody calls us out on it, that's when we just
we
go
just go
hard
with it.
on it, and then that's the only thing that it is ever.
Facts.
Like Black Kyrgyzstan.
Black Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Which
anyway.
I say at fucking GameStop all the time, because when I go to get my pre-order,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, did the Black Kyrgyzstan come in yet? They're like, what? Like, here's the receipt. Just read it.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so Rex calls the batch. This is what we also saw in the trailer, where he's like, hey, I got a mission for you.
Right.
And they go to Coruscant, and they go down into the Lesbian Sisters garage as part of their meetup. So their mission is to
I like Bronco Fett's
the Scissor
the
Twins.
Scissor
yes.
Twins.
Yeah.
We should.
Yep. So yeah, they meet up with fucking Senator Chuchi and Rex, and they basically, he's like, go get these plans from fucking Rampart's ship, because the clone made a backup, right? He backed it up on the ship's main server, and they got to go get it, because that's the evidence that shows that he bombarded Camino as opposed to global warming. So
He made a backup, but couldn't get it off the ship, which is plausible.
well, yeah, there's
Honestly,
they
it's
could have
plausible.
TPI, and they
Yeah.
could have a real, like, a controlled.
So he could have been a fucking he could have been a radio operator, right? And you'd be sitting up there and be like, this is fucked. You know what? I can go ahead and I can store a copy of this on the ship's hard drive, but I can't take it off of the ship.
Yeah.
So I'll know it's here if I need it. Mm-hmm. And then he won't have compromised anything because it's still on the ship, right? So he didn't actually take it off the ship,
Yep, that's fair.
right? So
Yep.
spies like us.
Yeah. And wouldn't you know it, that comes into play later on. So yeah, the batch goes to get the data from Rampart's ship. Omega, for some reason, they all have the fucking bright idea. We'll just send her with Chuchi to the Senate.
Right. Well, it's Omega's idea, I think.
Right,
I
but
think she says, "Oh, I'll go with her."
but nobody argued.
Right.
Everybody's like, sure.
Yeah. Go. Do it.
Where I'm like,
Well, and so
aren't you fugitives? And then when she comes across Rampart, doesn't Rampart know who she is when they pass each other in the hallway?
and how does the fucking the chlamydian,
Chlamydian.
the chlamydian
The Camino and Senator.
you would think the Kaminoan would fucking recognize
Yes.
a clone when she
Yes.
saw one.
Yes, that's exactly what I
Right?
thought. I'm like, do we not see this?
Right. And then Omega says, I'm a clone.
Yeah.
Like basically admits I'm a clone. I was there, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And you're going to trust this fucking long necked bitch to fucking not squeal?
Yeah, not fucking roll over on you, because it's
Like-
clear she's a little corrupted.
Like, hey, you're the only one alive. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, your whole species just got
Right.
fucking wiped out.
But you're alive.
And she's like, nah.
Nah, no. Something's up.
Yeah.
Something's up with that. Something doesn't smell right. Like your former senator is a little corrupt.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna go ahead and like, yeah, no, you can hang out with us. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a clone, huh? You're a child clone,
Yeah.
and then you're a female.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not abnormal at all. No,
No.
there's like what?
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, it's just like that's sure. Why not?
Well, and even when Rampart fucking stopped Chuchi in the hallway, and Omega's sitting there right next to him, she's glowering, or she's like,
Right.
just like giving him the fucking stink eye.
Right.
And he looks down at her, and I'm like, does he not know that she's with the batch?
Right.
Like that.
I guess not. Or he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I guess you missed the same thing I did. Fuck.
Yeah, it's Monday.
God damn it.
Yeah. So it just the whole thought of Omega going to the fucking Senate just seemed like so risky. And it's like, why? Why would you do that?
I did not have a problem. I didn't have a problem with her being with the senator because honestly, like she has guards and whatever. It's I'm gonna wander around the office and fucking just say, hey, let's go talk to this person, and let's go talk to a fucking chlamydian, and let's go fucking this is run into the fucking admiral in the hallway.
Yeah.
Like that's the part of just like Jesus Christ. I had no fucking I didn't think they would be that open about it.
Right.
On Coruscant. Mm-hmm. Right? It just seemed a little fucking...
But I guess there's so many people there, so much going on. Maybe it is just easy to sort of blend in and not be noticed.
Sure.
But the whole
Clone,
purpose,
female, child.
yeah,
Sure.
the whole purpose of Chuchi and talking to the Camino and Senator and all that was there's the side story about them finding out that Rampart was diverting funds from the Caminoan project because they weren't alive anymore. So
Right.
he was taking all those funds and repurposing them.
Right.
And they were going to try to nail his balls to the wall, right? They're like, oh, we're going to get this guy, because
Right.
we found out that he's like stealing funds.
Get the IRS after
Yeah,
him.
they were like, we're fucking geniuses. What could go wrong? So the heist happens. It's typical Bad Batch versus clones. Stun
Right.
shots everywhere. Pew, 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 pew.
Right.
As they're
The clones are not wondering why they're only being stunned.
right.
Like nobody's going like, "Hey, is that the stun sound? Like, did you hear that? That sounded like the oh god."
Yeah, and then when they wake up, they're like, "Fuck, they could have killed us." But
Yeah, they didn't. That's interesting.
yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah. Let's go to the bar.
Yeah, I'm drinking.
So yeah, they get the plans. Like they're just about to like give Rampart what he wants with the fucking defense bill, and it's like the last second. Oh, here we got the evidence. Fucking play the evidence. Oh yeah, it's a hologram of basically Camino being bombarded.
Right.
It's like, I mean, with the technology they have there.
Yeah,
it
you would
could have
think
been-
that like this is easily doctored.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, so we really need to postpone it just to find out
yeah.
if this evidence is actually legitimate.
But nope, it's guilty.
Guilty.
And-
Well, the Emperor fucking shows up.
Right.
And that's what fucking seals it. The Emperor's like, yeah, cutting my losses here. Mm-hmm. All right. Everything is going as I have foreseen it.
Yep. And of course, Ian McDiarmid back doing the voice of Palpatine.
Right.
Ian, the god amongst men.
Right. Record his voice.
Yes, do it. And
Make the sacrifice.
yep. So he was back, and he's like, "Yeah, no, this dude fucked up. Put him in jail, and then."
Sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Neither do I. So, and then Palpatine gives this fucking speech where he's like, this was bullshit, and these fucking clones, they never question these orders because they were bred to only, do this. So this is why we need the fucking Imperial Defense Bill. And everybody's like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. They fucking pull Rampart off, but then Palpatine gets the fucking bill pass.
Right.
And then the batch is like, fuck. And Chuchi's like, I fucked up.
Yeah, it's our fault. Like, well, no, it's kind of like, well, they said it like the Emperor's, or Rex said it, is like the Emperor's been one step ahead of us every single time.
Yeah, because that's just what he does. That's Palpatine.
Everything has proceeded as I have foreseen it.
Yep. So fucking Rampart takes the fall.
The sooner you understand that, the better off you will be.
Yeah, Rampart takes the fall. They get their fucking stormtrooper program up and running, and it all works out.
Yes.
For the
new
Empire.
era of the Imperial Stormtrooper.
That was good.
Yay.
It was a good impersonation.
Yeah,
I like
thanks.
it. Well done. So yeah. So oh yeah, they're saying their goodbyes and blah blah blah, and fucking Echo just out of the blue is like, oh yeah, I'm leaving now. I'm
telling you, dude. His fucking timer is up.
Yeah.
He's run out of cycles on his fucking the machine that keeps him alive. And he's like, I don't want to. I'm more likely to fucking live here than I am on that fucking ship.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, and maybe if I chill with Rex on Coruscant, I
Right.
can get laid at least one more time.
Right. Before my skin turns into a fucking nutsack. Just an old fucking. I'm starting to smell because the skin's starting to fucking deteriorate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, dude, you don't look good.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Yeah,
I don't. It's probably a figment of my imagination, but it just seems to me that he was just getting paler and more sickly looking,
yeah.
like as we went along.
Yeah, it seems like every episode he looks worse and worse, and you're like,
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
like you're not like you're
Look like
you're
Michael Jackson right before the end.
you're not aging well, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're just not.
Yeah, I don't know if he could even pay a whore to fuck him at that point. She'd be like, no, thanks, I'm good. I don't need the money.
No, well, he's got the jackhammer hand.
Oh.
He could probably.
You think he's into that?
I-
Just fucking
Yeah, why not?
maybe.
They might pay him.
That's true.
They're like, yeah, get me on that. You're gonna get me some.
But then they'd still have to look at him though.
I don't know if they turn around. It might rotate too. It could go. It could hammer and rotate. It's like an impact wrench. Like
Multifunctional. So yeah, but no, Echo's like, no, I'm done. I'm gonna chill with Rex, and I'm gonna help more guys desert. So
yeah,
deuces. I'm
because
out.
I feel like that's where I need to be.
Yeah.
And look, it's not like they completely pulled the rug out, right? They've been kind of leading into this where he's made these noises like, I need to be helping others.
That is true.
Like,
yeah, he's been, saying that bullshit all season.
Each time they've encountered this has been like, well, what can we be doing to fucking help Rex and really do this? Whereas the rest of the batch has been more about,
we're trying to make some money.
right, we're making money to do something.
Which, by the way, they failed at almost every fucking mission that they've been
yeah.
on
Well,
up to this point.
Yeah, their plans suck.
Yeah.
It's like they let Ed fucking
Well, it's-
Goggles fucking over-engineer everything.
Well, no, I think Sid is just a terrible person, and she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. But we'll get to that next episode.
Yes, yes.
Anything else on Truth and Consequences? So it was the second part of the two-parter regarding the clones and the clone story.
No, I liked both parts of these because I felt like we actually took a few steps forward in understanding what was happening to the clones.
Yep, 100%. I agree. All right, well, the last one is... I mean, it is what it is.
Do we have to talk? I mean,
Well, we at least need to cover it quickly, but we definitely do not need to dwell on it. We don't have to go into the intricacies of drilling into the fucking rock, but not too deep before you fucking, yeah. So yeah, the batch has been sent on another random fucking mission. This is a mission of the week episode,
Right.
But it's actually going to be mission of the 2 weeks.
there's a second part to this.
Well, yeah, it ended. They didn't get out of the fucking cave yet, and their ship is still gone.
Well, the ship is still gone.
Oh no,
They're
they
out
got
of the cave.
they got out of the cave, but they made it to that fucking deserted town.
Right.
They have no transportation. Somebody just fucking took off with their ship. Sid's like, nah, go fuck yourself. I'm busy.
I have. Well, let's talk about that. All right. So, Sid buys a mine.
Yes.
Right. Sid is like the worst impulse shopper, like ever. She's
and
like,
gambler.
Right.
and-
She's like, oh, you. She's like watching the television at like 1 a.m.
yeah.
And she's like, oh, they're selling mines? Like, oh, I can be a fucking Scottish lord if I buy 1 foot of property? Like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that. I'll buy that for $1. So yeah, so she fucking sends the batch out there, like, hey, there's fucking there's supposed to be shit on there.
Yeah, they're looking for Ipsium.
Ipsium.
Yeah.
Which is apparently highly volatile. Mm-hmm. And you're draining liquid out of a rock. Sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, they show up. Omega is being a prissy little brat.
Well, yeah, so this is the one thing I did want to discuss about this episode. She's like, is she being a brat or is she being like an angsty teenager? like I've never had daughters before, so I don't know what.
This isn't a girl thing. This is just it's a kid thing. It's like, all right, it's a change. Like there's change.
Yeah,
and
she's still upset about Echo leaving.
right. It's Echo leaving bit. It's the family bit. It's like, they kind of get
family.
they get to it later, right? It's when Goggles says, what's Goggles' real name right now? Tech.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. When Tech says, we were together without Echo, so with him gone, we're still the batch.
Yeah,
right.
He's got that military mindset.
Right.
People come and go.
Right.
That's
But
just how
for
the cookie
her, that
crumbles.
was like, yeah, you guys were the batch without me too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like, that's her thinking like, okay, you can lose people out of this group and you could lose me just as easily.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, she just needs some fucking, like, I don't know, parenting.
Yeah.
Or something.
Well, because now,
like that.
now it's like 3 men and a baby, right? We got Wrecker, Hunter, and
Right.
Tech.
You got basically another child.
Yeah.
Which, that's not going to work. You leave out to fucking guard the ship and you see how well that happened. That worked out.
Yeah.
And then you fucking have the fucking Brainiac who has zero social skill whatsoever and obviously doesn't understand children
Right.
because he wasn't one.
Yeah, true.
Damn near literally. And then you have Rambo who can fucking, speaks to
The Wookiees.
speaks to Wookiees and wolves, but can't fucking, do enough to understand what's going on with this fucking this fucking clone girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good situation. It really isn't. And then, oh, by the way, like, all right, hey, you two guard the ship. Like, why do we guard the ship? Is there something to guard it from? Like,
Yeah.
they obviously thought there was something, right?
Right. And again, like, I don't think they said specifically guard the ship, but just be the lookout.
Right.
So he's standing right outside the cave, can't see the fucking ship because it's around a corner. It's
Right.
parked around the corner.
Right. So it's Tech's fault because he parked it around the corner.
Right.
Right, which is annoying.
Yeah. But either way.
Right. So Omega is fucking going help you stupid assholes. Right. So she goes marching in and then fucking a figure who to me, when I first saw the figure that stole the ship, the name that popped into my head was Ezra.
You know what? I think I thought that too. It had a very similar like shape to that helmet that he wore, and
It wasn't it's the helmet as much as it was, I think, the clothing and the color.
yeah,
Like, I think it just, that's what popped into my head, like Ezra.
yeah. But I don't think he was even alive during this. So
I don't, like I said, that's just what popped into my head. What I'm hoping, why are they talking about Full House?
because we're talking about 3 men and a baby.
But that's not Full House. That's
Well, yeah,
a
you-
movie, 3 Men and a Baby. Or,
Right.
no,
Well,
that's-
Full House was like the 3 guys living in the house with all the teenage girls.
Right.
You know.
Oh, I mean, okay. Is that how that got, like, did I miss that part?
I would
They
assume.
were talking about hot dogs, and then suddenly we're talking about Full House. I'm like, how did we, what? Sometimes, when you just peek over at the chat to see what's going on.
Yeah, you miss some important
and then you're
context.
like, huh? What's happening over there?
Yeah.
Anyway, the chat has a life of its own, folks.
So yeah. Long story short, these fucking guys, they get trapped in a fucking cave and just lots of drama because they lost their ship, right? And Homeboy steals their ship and just
Right.
and this is another thing that upsets Omega. They're like, yeah, we'll find another ship. And she's like, no.
That was our home.
Yeah. So she's all upset about that they're willing to just move on from the ship.
Right.
They're willing to move on from fucking
Her stuffed
Echo.
animals on there. Her
Yeah.
fucking her fucking underwear and shit was on there.
Oh
Like-
god, I could see that alien fucking sniffing her underwear. It's not a good situation.
Not a good situation at all.
Yeah.
There's definitely some bad things are happening. I don't know.
So yeah.
I'm not going to continue along that line.
Yeah, they get trapped in the fucking cave, and then Tech's got to like find some sort of emotion, like be the Tin
Right.
Man and find his heart, and have a have a moment with Omega.
Hunter's like, go talk to her, asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, because again, Tech was the one who was being all just matter-of-factly like, yeah,
Right.
we'll get another ship. Yeah, Echo moved on. Fuck it.
Yeah, I can totally see that because in my brain, it's like it's completely like this is logical behavior.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're a unit. We have to fucking compartmentalize this and move on.
Because that's what we did in the military.
Yes,
We had
that's
people
what
coming and going all the fucking
You
time.
had to. If you got too hung up on it, then you'd be sad all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So you take sadness and you fucking take it and you squeeze it real small. And you fucking bury it
So smooth.
so small, and you bury it way down, deep. So it never comes out again.
Is this the origin story of the Grinch? Is that what this is?
No, this is the origin story of every fucking veteran ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bury it deep, way down.
Yeah. I got emotional. So, sidebar. Tech school, Keesler, for
Yeah.
the 7 months that I was down there.
Right.
I kind of fell in with this core group of guys. It was me and 3 other guys that were all down there, and we were like, like the 4 horsemen, basically.
Right.
We were like always hung out together on the weekends. We were like always like the best of friends, and it was, again, my first real experience in the military. So these guys were all like good friends, I thought, and when we fucking graduated and we all parted, I got like super emotional, like fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like knew I was never going to see these guys again, and they were like, my best friends over the last 7 months, and guys you spend like all this time with, and then
Yeah.
you just got to move on.
They're just gone.
and it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like, yeah, okay, well, have a good life.
yeah,
See ya.
but
Yeah, it's honestly, it's something that now I have to deal with more than I ever had to in the old unit. Because in the old unit, we would have somebody that most of the time they would be there till they retire.
right.
And
Yeah,
then
that's how we normally lost people, is when they
Right.
retired.
So just because of the nature of how that unit was. Now, being in active duty, I have to watch people come and go, and you develop these relationships with people, and it's like, fuck, like I'm gonna be here. Like it's I'm the old kid in the high school, right? Like I get older, they stay the same age, right? And it's true.
Yeah,
And every couple of years you're going to have these rotation of faces, and it's kind of disconcerting.
yeah.
At some point you're just like, fuck.
Which again makes me think that somebody who's writing the show has had some experience in the military.
Yeah, it's got yeah, but yeah,
But anyway, yeah. So they're trapped in this cave. Emotional moment. Tech has a connection with Omega. They get out using this fucking Ipsium. Go to the town that they've been trying to get to this whole
Right.
time, and it's like abandoned.
Right.
So they're like, well, fuck.
but he can use the antenna as a transmitter, like a
course.
long range transmitter, and to get hold of Sid.
And that's when she's
and
like, go.
guilt her into fucking helping.
Yeah, because at first she's like, go fuck yourself. I'm
Right.
busy. And then eventually she's like, all right, I'll deal with it in a couple days.
Right. We don't have fucking food for a couple days. Like, hey, tell me if this sounds like the phone hanging up.
Click.
Click.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. So,
I think she hung up.
yeah. And that pretty much ended the episode.
Yep.
So, yeah, their ship is still fucking gone. It's probably halfway across the galaxy by now. And Sid will eventually get there.
They
to pick them
have
up.
they have to get the ship back.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting the ship.
And that's why I think this is a two-parter. It's got to be. Because I think they're going to continue this story into the next episode.
Because god damn it, like Omega notwithstanding, I get attached to these fucking ships.
Yeah.
I'm still not over the fucking
the Razor Crest?
The Razor Crest being fucking destroyed. Yeah. I
Still got some PTSD about that?
I really don't like the Mandalorian being in that fucking Naboo starfighter. I just don't.
Yeah, that might be it for a while, though.
I fucking hate it. I don't. I hate everything about it.
You don't like how it's all shiny, though?
No.
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 Yeah, okay.
I don't. What? All right, you're flying into a spaceport, right? Mm-hmm. You're flying in anywhere.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to stand out more? A fucking beat up cargo ship or a fucking starfighter from a planet that's part of the core worlds that had some huge significance, military significance, years ago, and is super super shiny. It stands out too much.
Yeah.
This is not what you're like. Hey, I'm trying to fucking have
Blend
secret
in.
missions and I'm blend in. I mean, granted, how much are you blending in when you're fucking walking around in giant fucking shiny Beskar?
Yeah, and you got Baby Yoda in the bubble on top.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess whatever, but I just hate everything about this. Like, give me a fucking some sort of. It doesn't have to be the Razor Crest, but a Millennium Falcon or something.
Oh, like a YT model freighter.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a YT, but like you have the Ghost. You had.
Actually, you know what? It could be. This could be a good opportunity for a repurposed Imperial vehicle.
Sure.
Because the Empire is essentially fallen at this
Sure,
point.
get me an old fucking shuttle.
Yeah.
Get me an Imperial
like,
shuttle.
Yeah, like a Lambda class shuttle or
Yeah.
a fucking or even like a TIE, like a TIE Interceptor or something.
Oh, see, I think it's the same thing though. Like if fighter would be weird to fucking fly into any spaceport, whereas a shuttle, if I'm using this as a fucking cargo ship. Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. That's
Like
fair.
you think about hiding in plain sight. What do you do, right? I mean, it's kind of like, hey, we're in here amongst these other cargo airplanes or spaceships.
Yeah. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Speaking of which, we're a week and a half away from Mandalorian season 3.
I know. It's starting to get spicy.
Yeah, good stuff. So let's finish up this episode though. So yeah, this is another throwaway episode, and it's also probably a 2-parter. So hooray!
Hooray!
Yeah, did not care for this episode.
Maybe this is just this is a contrast theory to the second part, which is going to be like, holy shit.
Yeah, and there's I don't know.
There'll be space whales. There'll be fucking.
Oh God.
There'll be lesbian love action.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
But yeah, of these 4 episodes, obviously the 2-parter was the best. The Clone Conspiracy and Truth and Consequences. The other 2 episodes could take or leave. Just, I feel like they're throwaway episodes. And then, of course, they were sandwiched around 2 good episodes.
Yeah.
So,
Which is fine. What do we have? Like fucking 36 episodes? Like how many are in
16.
this? Okay.
yeah, so we're over halfway done. So we got 7 left.
94.
94.
I'm 37?
Damn it.
Yeah. I got to fix the drops. I got to put some of the old ones back. But then,
You should post old episodes first.
yeah, I should, but
You should really do that.
I don't know if I will.
You should do
I guess it depends on how much social media beratement I get. So we'll see. We'll see how many people are listening and how many people actually do it. So, but
Do it-
anyway,
do it, people.
next week. Are we done with the Bad Batch?
Yes.
All right, next week we're back to Chappelle's Show.
Are we?
Yeah, we're doing the next 4 of season 2 because we did last season up to and including the Rick James. This next one is the Prince True Hollywood Stories.
Yes.
So, we mentioned that we were gonna lean heavily on the Prince episode.
Game blouses.
All right, let's not blow our wad yet. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that in comparison with the Rick James episode,
James, bitch.
and that's what we're gonna do. So
I forgot that we were doing Chappelle.
yeah, because initially we were gonna do like getting ready for March, but then we changed things for reasons.
Who's this wee character you speak of?
Look, I can't carry the whole weight of the world on my shoulders without.
the world on my shoulders.
But yeah, anyway, so Chappelle Show next week.
Okay.
And I guess that only leaves one other thing left this episode. Do you think our friend is ready?
No.
Oh, we're covering up her mic too. She might get pissed.
Oh, well, then we'll just have to move some stuff.
Yeah, she's.
You want to deal with the fucking diva?
I have to deal with her every week. So, I mean, what difference does it make if? All right, I'll move this.
That's probably good anyway, just because you can really
Oh, yeah,
see it.
Let me
Look at that.
move these guys over.
Look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful.
It is. This is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, or things of beauty.
Oh, all the things.
Yeah.
All the things. Why am I so tired?
It's Monday.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I slept like shit last night. I had a dream that Kristen and I were like having like an end of the relationship like argument, like this massive just fucking fighting, and like it was bad. Like we were like on the cusp of fucking divorce.
Wow.
Because she was like keeping all kinds of secrets from me, and she was just like being super shady,
Right.
and I was getting fucking angry, and I even like backhanded her once.
Damn.
Don't do that in real life, people. Again, just a dream. I'm not hitting her, I swear. But yeah, and like when I first woke up after like having that dream, I was still like a little mad at her initially, and I'm like, oh wait, that was just a dream. We're
Yeah.
good. All is well.
That shit's. I don't remember my dreams.
Well,
So-
this medication I'm on, I remember everything. I have very intense dreams, and I remember all of them.
Yeah,
it's
Kathy,
fucking weird.
Kathy does the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's really crazy. Like she can describe every single bit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's probably better that I don't remember my dreams.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, because they get intense and they
Yeah.
fuck with your head.
But they're dreams.
Yeah. But that's only, again, for me, it's only because of the medication. Normally, I don't remember them often either, but
Yeah.
it's a new Jason. So
It is a new Jason.
anyway, Miss Lopez, Miss Lopez. Oh, hey, are you ready? Hello.
Hi.
You okay?
No, I'm tired.
Oh yeah, I think we all had a long, tiresome weekend. We're all
Yeah.
drained,
Yeah, long weekend.
so we need the weekdays to catch us up. I guess I don't know. Is that how
Need
that
a
works?
weekend from our weekends.
Yes, exactly. Like a vacation from your vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure you've had that a lot.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why I'm so tired.
yeah. So you got some reads for us today?
Oh yeah, yeah. Is I
Yeah,
supposed
wake
to
up,
be
Hannah.
doing something?
Hello.
Hi. How are you? Oh,
I'm good.
hi. Am I on TV?
Yeah, you're on the podcast like you are every
Oh,
single week now.
Hi, everybody.
You're the talent that everybody wants to see. Nobody gives a shit about me or Dave anymore.
Yeah. Well, I can't help that.
Yeah.
It's amazing how my voice stays like I'm on the microphone, even though I'm way over here.
I know it's weird. We got you this new mic and you're barely using it.
No. That's it.
Yes. Sound.
Need better tape.
Yeah.
Speaking of tape, hey, look at that. So let me get right to it.
Okay, let's do it.
Get into the flow. You know what it is? I didn't warm up. I didn't have my warm up vocals.
What do your warm-ups normally consist of?
You ready?
Yeah. Did you forget?
I forgot. That's why I didn't do it, because I forgot.
I was waiting for
I was so
something.
tired.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, it'll come to me.
Yeah.
Hang on. God. Stand by.
Yeah.
All right, that's better.
All right.
What was I doing?
You were about to do your reads, I think.
Ah.
Well, you forgot the warm-up. You forgot your warm-up.
Oh God, we're a shit show right now, huh?
Indeed we are.
Oh my God. You should say hi. Who should say hi? Should I say it? Hello, everybody.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi? I don't know what we're doing.
J-Lo is having a stroke.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do the reads.
Yes, please.
You know what it is? I do a Dave impression. That's how I warm up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you ready?
Sure.
So this sounds like my Dave impression. What do you think? Is it good?
It's eerily good.
Oh wow, that's really good. It's hard to speak with my voice this deep.
I could only imagine. Oh God.
So low.
All right, can we have your normal voice back?
94.
Okay. That's hard. It hurts the throat.
Oh, I would only imagine.
Yeah. Years of not smoking.
Right.
All right. So in Red 5 News, following our podcast after the weekend, we'll be going live at 2100, 9 p.m. Eastern time. God, it seems so late. God, are we that old? The 9 o'clock is like, oh my God, it's so late.
Yeah. Like, I rarely stay up past like 8:30 these days.
Jeez. God, we're so old. So old.
Yeah.
Where R2 and JT will be reviewing the Disney classic 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Wow, that's a reach back.
Yeah.
That's a reach around.
Yeah, I bet.
With special guest Dan from inside the booth.
Is he the one reaching around?
I'm gonna leave that for them to figure out. But yeah, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Go and you will do it.
And you will do it. I don't have the drop. I need to put that back.
Ready? You want to get my Palpatine impression?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Ready?
Do it. Make the sacrifice.
I think you better stick to your Dave impression.
Oh, that's hard.
I know.
It's hard. Guys' voices are hard.
Make the sacrifice.
Okay.
I can't do it. I'll ruin my voice. Okay.
Right, that's ruining your voice.
Yeah, fuck podcast. I already said that. The Red 5 Network has 29
I'm 37?
plus or minus 8.
Yes.
Yeah, math. No public math. Podcast from
You
our
had Puerto Rican math, right?
active New York Rican. Active podcast from our content creators. Check out a new and approved bio.link/red5. That's bio.link/red5. I should trademark that.
Yeah. Red Cinco.
To browse this amazing lineup and click on a podcast for where to find them.
Do you think Red 5 could sue us if we made the Red Cinco network?
The Red Cinco. Cinco.
It'd be all about J-Lo and her,
Is the Red 5 even trademarked?
I don't know.
We should jump on that.
Yeah, Red Cinco. RedCinco.com.
Red Cinco. We do 5 Cincos.
That could be one of your alternative.
Cincos.
One of your alternative.
Cinco.
Cinco.
One of your alternative Instagram handles.
Right.
At Red Cinco.
At Red Cinco. Oh, that's a good idea.
I've got them every once in a while.
Look at you with the ideas over there. Not posting any podcasts, but you got a fucking idea. Wow, look at you.
You too, huh?
Yeah, big brain over there. Mm-hmm. Scrotum.
Where did that come from?
There's something for everyone in the Red 5 Network. Oh, I don't know. It's Tourette's. I don't know. Cantina Family Happenings. Just let that one hang out there. Yeah. Use and Abuse is reviewing Eddie and the Cruisers tomorrow evening. Wow, everyone's doing like a little reach back.
Dude, I remember that movie. Fuck, that was the 80s, man.
That was
like early
the
80s.
80s.
On the dark side.
That was like the 70s still trying to reach out to the 80s
Yeah.
and succeeding.
Yeah, it was interesting. They made a sequel
Playing
to that
the
movie
50s.
too. Eddie and the Cruisers 2. Eddie's back.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That was the thing.
Lord help us.
Mm-hmm.
So join Scott and Kim and Nicole. I'm sure they're going to say nice things about the Eddie and the Cruisers.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow evening, join Scott and Kim and Nicole 2000, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. ATSW The Escape Pod will return on Wednesday, March 1st with their review of Ant-Man Quantumania. Is that a real thing?
That's the movie I saw this weekend.
That's like the title of the movie?
Yeah, Quantumania. Because they went to the quantum realm and had adventures. It was very Star Wars-like, actually. The whole movie.
Quantum Realm.
Yes. Quantum is like subatomic level.
I'm familiar with the term.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Again, the Puerto Rican math.
Quantum Mania?
Yes.
So we're having a mania of quantums?
Pretty much, yeah. You'd have to see the movie.
For an Ant-Man.
Yes.
You can see my confusion.
Oh, yeah, I can see it in your eyes.
Yes. I don't, that's Quantumania! Ooh! There's so many quantum physicists right now. They're like, oh my God, it's all the quantum mania.
Yeah.
Do you think they enjoy it?
Well, I'm sure it's physically accurate.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they're making, the ant guy gets all tiny and drinks his fucking Heinekens. His fucking beerless Heinekens.
There was no Heineken in the movie, by the way.
Oh, no, I'm actually kind of surprised.
Yeah. No product placement that I noticed. There was Dunkin' Donuts and,
the
and,
Dunkin'
and
Donuts!
Baskin Robbins.
Was my band? Was he dealing the donuts?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, because I don't know where he is. I thought he was working.
Well, that's between the two of you. But we need to finish these reads.
He's such a whore.
Yeah.
Okay, so March 1st for Quantum Mania. Whoa.
We're still on that?
Sweet Studios is working on a collab. Think metal bands of the 90s. Subscribe to Sweet Studios on the socials for sneak peeks. The Orange Professor released episode 66.
I'm 37?
What?
I don't know.
Episodes. I was thinking.
Order 66. Order 66. Order 66. Such a talented.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Order 66.
Jesus Christ.
I need to tell you on 66.
Okay, you need to just stop.
It's episode 66.
Episode 66 by Dawn's Early Light. That's Friday. You can find it on YouTube and Spotify and follow them on Instagram for updates.
Oh God.
You like the Hank impression?
That was good.
It was a good one. I can't do the Emperor, but I think I nailed that one. Yeah. Layman's Terms released Dean Winchester Be My Bloodied Valentine over the weekend. That's a lot. That's a mouthful. Luna Girl thinks you would look good with a pipe and a smoking jacket. Think Velvet. Okay. And she likes dark chocolate. Please give him a follow on the socials and sub on YouTube for your primary source of ignorance and drunken banter. I feel like there's something, there's like an embedded message in that
Oh,
I just read.
could be. Very well could be.
I feel like it was a code phrase, like right now, like climb Mount Ninitaka or something. Don't do that. If you're listening, don't do that. What I said.
Yeah.
That would be bad. We don't need that again.
Have you ever heard of By Dawn's Early Light?
Oh,
Stone Bleeds in the-
Can you see?
Well, Stone Bleeds thinks us Jersey guys should watch it because he's curious about our opinion, which I don't even know what it is.
I don't know either.
All right.
You can find us. Scroll too far. You can find us at the Sidebar Cantina. No, hang on.
Jesus.
Bio.links.
Bio.link/the Sidebar Cantina, where you will find our links to YouTube, audio, Patreon, our latest Spotify music mixtape, which I know somebody had tagged us and they're listening to our the music mixtape.
Yeah, that would be Ubaldo, who
Yeah.
was in the chat also.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tagged our mixtape.
Yeah, thank you, Ubaldo. That was awesome. Yeah, listen to our music mixtape and on social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Discord, and TikTok. Not so much on the TikTok. I gotta say that, yeah, no TikTok.
Yeah.
Not for this guy or gal.
Yeah, I don't have it on my phone anymore because China.
Yeah.
China.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah.
Also in our bio link is our TeePublic merch shop. We have F Cancer, and Jason Rose Designs.
Is Dave getting a phone call?
Who's buzzing?
It's not me.
Wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, some idiot's hitting the microphone. That's what's happening.
Fair enough.
He's playing the cowbell.
All right, anyway, go ahead.
I have a fever.
God.
I need some more cowbell. No?
No.
All right. Also, Enterprise Lincoln's our T-Pumpkin Merch Shop. F Cancer, I said that already. Jason Rose designs our super sexy Twi'lek, Sidebar Chick, our beloved Hennifer, our classic Sidebar Cantina logo, 2 throwback designs from a Gen X point of view. There are t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags, phone cases, exclusive stickers, awards, magnets, laptops, no, not laptop cases, no laptops, notebooks, pillows! We all know what the pillows are for. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, know what I mean? Just about anything you can imagine. Jason imagines his fuck pillow. Haha, I thought I would get away with it, huh?
I had a feeling it was coming.
Make sure you tag us in the socials and show off that fine, sweet-ass merch. Reviews!
We got a new review.
Yay!
He didn't say that he wanted anybody specifically to read it, so
You should read it then.
I'll go ahead and read it, and it is titled "Great Show!" Triple exclamation point.
Woo!
This is by Layman's Terms.
Yay!
Our good friend Keith Layman, who lives right here in New Jersey, the winner of the first Sidebar Cantina Fantasy Football League.
The original champion.
That's right.
The OG.
Yep. So he finally got around to leaving us a review.
Wow, it's only been, 6 fucking years?
Something like that. So
Wow.
he wrote, first off, this is a great Star Wars podcast.
Yeah.
That being said, my favorite part of the show is when Dave and Jason talk about their weeks and when Hennifer makes an appearance to talk about the great shows on the Red 5 network.
Oh, that was nice.
Please subscribe to this show. You won't be disappointed.
Oh, you may be disappointed.
And
Sorry.
be sure to subscribe to Layman's Terms
Yes.
on Facebook and YouTube.
Your place for drunken banter.
Yes, as said in the reads.
Yes, I did. I read that earlier.
Yeah. So again, to remind everybody, if you leave us a 5-star review on Apple or wherever, send us a screenshot. We will read it live on the air. Miss Lopez will read it if you want. I'll read it. Hank will read it. You know, whatever you want. You just got to specify. You got to let us know. But yeah.
Be specific.
Yeah.
Be specific. Be specific.
So is that the end of the reads?
No.
Oh, sorry.
We have a review. Thank you, Layman's Terms, for your Apple review. Luna Girl will have your swag pack in the mail tomorrow. She didn't get it out today because it's a federal holiday. So it's not her fault.
Right.
Be like Keith. It's easy. He's a stud muffin. Also, write us a 5-star review on Apple. Luna Girl still has these nifty Star Wars Valentines because she loves you. And she'll throw in a Star Wars tattoo. A temporary tat. She's still perfecting her plant skills on hybridizing a money tree. I just read it.
Yep.
Don't have an Apple account? Our Facebook page has a review feature too. Just screenshot your review before you hit on the Apple and sweet as I'm uploading it. That's what happens when I don't warm up.
I know.
And DM us a pic on Instagram or Twitter. This is your chance to tell us your thoughts on the show. We will read it. Hennifer, me, or
Hank.
or Edith, or Mama, or somebody fun will read your review word for word on our next episode. Just gotta tell us who you want to read it.
Mm-hmm.
And we will do it.
Do it. Do it.
Is that better?
That's good.
Do it.
Yep. Oh.
Do it.
Do it.
We'll keep working on it.
Do it.
Oh God.
Do it. Do it.
What are you fucking what's his name?
Smeagol.
Yes.
Do it. Make the sacrifice.
Oh my God. I don't know what's going on.
I am having a stroke. All right, I'm out.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Lopez.
Deuces.
See you next week. All right. I think that's it.
Small girl.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, yeah. Thank you again.
Haven't done a Smeagol?
Maybe once a long time ago. That's got to hurt your throat, I would imagine. I remember Andy Serkis like doing interviews during the production of those and being like, "Dude, this kills my fucking throat." He's like,
Yeah.
"I got to keep like 20 water bottles on hand," and I could only imagine.
Yeah, it's not an easy one.
No,
That's
I
for
would
sure.
imagine.
I can appreciate his talent for that.
Yep. So, all right, I think we're gonna pack it up.
Yep.
Thanks again for everybody watching on the YouTube and in the chat.
Early night tonight, go and enjoy some more Red 5 shows that
Yes.
are coming on directly after us.
Indeed.
Or sometime after us.
Correct.
I may have read that somewhere.
I'm sure you did. Well,
If I didn't, ask Lunar Girl. She will tell you.
Or Miss Lopez, who we still need to work on her social media presence.
Yes.
And we need to reserve redcinco.com.
Cinco.
And people in the chat try to correct us. Rojo Cinco? No, it's Red Cinco.
Red Cinco. No. This is, again,
Don't correct us.
No,
We know what we're doing.
just, yeah. Our
Right?
failures are on purpose.
Yeah, Gunji,
Gunji,
Black Kyrgyzstan,
Black Kyrgyzstan,
Red Cinco.
and others. Many of the others.
Oh, we should be reserving all of these on social media. We should reserve Black Kyrgyzstan.
I don't
Instagram.
want to do that. That is
I'll do
one
it.
that I don't want to have.
I'll do it.
I don't want to lay claim to Black Kyrgyzstan. Like that, and you know what? It may already be taken.
Yeah, that is true.
There could be, oh, probably not.
Yeah. Anyway,
Or brown.
we definitely need Red Cinco.
Cinco.
Yeah. So, anywho. All right, we're out of here. Thanks, everybody. You're the best.
Bye.
Oh, shit. I should stop this. Oh, fuck. We didn't do the... Now, what did I click? Oh, well.
Oh, now what do I click?